next time don't ask me what the teacher. Et the teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. Yeah? The teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. That's what my teacher say. So don't next time don't ask me what the teacher. Et the teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. Yeah? The teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. That's what my teacher say. So don't next time don't ask me what the teacher. Et the teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. Yeah? The teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. That's what my teacher say. So don't next time don't ask me what the teacher. Et the teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. Yeah? The teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. That's what my teacher say. So don't next time don't ask me what the teacher. Et the teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. Yeah? The teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. That's what my teacher say. So don't next time don't ask me what the teacher. Et the teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. Yeah? The teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. That's what my teacher say. So don't next time don't ask me what the teacher.
I'm not coming new to government, although in different positions, ran a public corporation that was credible. And I can tell you that I come to work not with friendship. I have friends, but there is a clear line of demarcation between friendship, family, and managing. With the experience that we come with a country that celebrates 176 years, and with the life of our people living below the poverty line, I don't think we come into government again to start thinking about family, to start talking about. I think we come there to make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to that.
Et the teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. Yeah? The teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. That's what my teacher say. So don't next time don't ask me what the teacher. Et the teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. Yeah? The teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. That's what my teacher say. So don't next time don't ask me what the teacher.
I'm not coming new to government, although in different positions, ran a public corporation that was credible. And I can tell you that I come to work not with friendship. I have friends, but there is a clear line of demarcation between friendship, family, and managing. With the experience that we come with a country that celebrates 176 years, and with the life of our people living below the poverty line, I don't think we come into government again to start thinking about family, to start talking about. I think we come there to make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to that. I'm not coming new to government, although in different positions, ran a public corporation that was credible. And I can tell you that I come to work not with friendship. I have friends, but there is a clear line of demarcation between friendship, family, and managing. With the experience that we come with a country that celebrates 176 years, and with the life of our people.
Et the teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. Yeah? The teacher say, movement to carry Joseph Baga to see Moses funeral. That's what my teacher say. So don't next time don't ask me what the teacher.
Don't trouble nothing too much, you know.
1, 2, 3, I'm loving you. 4, 5, 6, I'm missing you. 7, 8, 9, I want you back. 1, 2, 3,
I love you.
4, 5, 6,
I'm missing you.
7, 8, 9,
I want you back.
Here within my arms again.
Long time no see. Out your love, I'm lonely. I miss you, and it's too hard to bear. What have you done to me? I'm waking up without you, and it's so unfair. I toss and turn.
Despite one's education and exposure, it takes the brave, aggressive, hard-skinned politician to navigate the political culture, especially from African perspective. If you got strong, soft skin, soft heart, very timid, you can navigate the African culture politically, especially Liberia. You've got to be strong. It borders on your character, your reputation, your family life, your personal life. Everything about you comes under the spotlight.
On my face,
You are even threatened.
my smile has been erased.
But if you can endure to the finish line, well, then you are the politician.
No appetite, my food has
So thank you so very kindly again, man, that you place us on your itinerary. The show, Bits and Pieces on Voice of Liberia, 104.1 Morovia, Voice of Liberia, 89.7 Kakataba, Gibi County, Voice of Liberia, 90.7 Bon County, the online radio in which you can follow the show from wherever you are around the world, www.voiceofliberiaradio.com, and the community radio stations that relay the programs on Voice of Liberia. Bits and Pieces and Good Morning Liberia. So thank you ever so much for the support. We can appreciate you the more. My name is Sam Andrews. Edwin MEVIN JUAH is in, and we are at your disposal until 5:50. Couple of things on the afternoon plate.
long time no see.
Time is of the essence. Let's bring all of you who have come on. See Mel Brentu, Leon Sion, you've come on. You are following from where you said? Yanjian City. Where is that? Jackson C. Pony of Iron Factory, Block C community, member of Block 13. You've come on. Thank you ever so much. Good to have you on. Jackson C. Pony Jr. Soare Mustafa, you've on from the University of Liberia. Thank you for coming on and hope that you are faring well there on the campus of the University of Liberia. Al-Haji Fofana, you've come on from Istanbul. You often say Central Matadi, your resident. Roland, that's Randa. Osaka Ziambo, you've come on from Johnsonville, District 2. Vinicius Junior Bar, you've come on from New Crew Town. Moses Lake, you are following from your usual area, statutory member of the show. Thank you. Good to have you on. Solo Watt Corsia, you've come on from Gardnersville, New Georgia Estate. J. Campbell Yanti, you are following from Upper Caldwell. Menu Dumba, you've come on from Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County. Zubu Utobe, you've come on from where you didn't say from where you've come on from. Okay. You are watching from Dubai. Dubai. Okay, thank you. Emmanuel D. Namfikpa, you've come on from the United States of America. My dear sister have come on. That's Yumotro Krenga. You've come on from Minnesota, the United States of America. Good to have you on. Solomon Quimby, you've come on from Old Road. Emmanuel Jansen, you are following from Yekepa, Nimba County. Joman B. Cole, You've come on from Mantari Fantita, Stephen N. Gayu from Jamaica, Ro Alhaji K. That's Elijah K. Colley from Kakata City, Magibi County, Tobasi Christopher Tobasi. You've come on from where, not saying the right, you got a long right out on Barker, but it's not about comments now. Charles Wilson, but it's good that you leave your comment. It will be read. Charles Wilson, you've come on from Grand Judah County, Zedru City. Prince Zion, you've come on from, you said, Marshall, where your residence is. Clawia Foundation, City of Hope. Thomas Kojo Rolak, you are following from Freedom FM. Stephen Coker of the United States of America, you've come on from Minnesota. Gabriel Ma, you are following from Broadville. Thank you guys for coming on. We can appreciate all of you the more. You've done so well to come on. Especially ahead of us. And then we have Fale Wea, you are following from the Ministry of Public Works. Okay, thank you all. We will acknowledge as you come on. We've got some afternoon stuff for you. Don't worry, we got a couple of things. But just so you know, before we get started, we will face the legislature again. I say it's going to be a reminder. We'll face the legislature. I had the opportunity to run through several parliaments, both Africa and Europe. And what I said last week, we see that happening. If we can get that done here, you'll see that you will see governance, you will see transparency in governance, you will see fear. When I say fear, it means respect. You will see the three branches of government coordinating well. You will not see one branch of government that feels it is the most powerful. We will enter the transport sector, and then the somersault of the commerce minister. He's on record for announcing an increment in the price of rice. His boss, President Joseph Yuma Boaka, comes to say no. Public lambasting. The commerce minister, the white commerce minister, the Lebanese commerce minister comes back to say there is no increment. He faced the legislature today. Representative Yeke Kolobar was prevented from entering the chambers of the legislature. And just to add spice to your day, and you keep it as a reminder, he will be on Good Morning Liberia on tomorrow with Sekou Sharif and Samira Walla. Representative Yeke Kolobar will be on Good Morning Liberia on tomorrow with Sekou Sharif and Samira Walla from 8 to 9. You don't want to miss that conversation. In the meantime, he was prevented from entering the chambers of the House of Representatives today. Okay, so let's drive before we get started with the first. Okay, Dwight has come on. You not been faring well. I told that you underwent the knife. Thank God Almighty, you came out successfully, and it's good that you find yourself in a culture that everything that, even though it's not 100% perfect, but 99% perfect, people in Liberia going under operation or under the knife, as it is said figuratively, always thinking about death. I was thinking about death. In Liberia, when it's taking GFK, and say, oh, we have to do an operation, nothing registers in that person's mind but death. One say that in the West, you don't have those things happening. They happen, but it is very rare. Yeah, not it's often. Unusual. Yeah. So we thank God Almighty. We're very grateful that our dear sister, Dwight, came out successfully. She underwent the knife. You can never tell what will happen to you the next minute, the next hour, the next day. Only God knows. So we start with the legislature. Why the legislature? Because we can talk directly to the executive. We can talk directly to the judiciary. They have their part to play in the governance of the country. But the legislature got the absolute power and authority. But the legislature, interestingly, has always given its power to the executive. But it has so much power, even though the Constitution says 3 separate but coordinate branches of government. They are distinct by function. They have this commonality, Liberia, developmentally, but everything starts with the legislature and everything ends with the legislature. Look at our setup. There isn't anything that the legislature will not be involved, but there are things that the executive is off. There isn't anything that the judiciary will not be involved, but there are a number of things that the executive is off. Look at your constitution, right? If you have the time, the patience, sit down and look at it carefully. Just look at the structure, you will see. So, over the 2 days, I've been running through. We live in a war of technology, and we got the repository of knowledge called the internet, the best place for research. Though it painstaking in terms of time, energy, resources, and certainty. Sometimes you will put in, but you wouldn't get exactly what you want. You will keep on asking and searching and reading and a lot more. So I've tried to run through a couple of parliaments. Looking at our constitution, we only saw that in Ellen's time. And many would think that the legislature doesn't have the authority to bring the president to book or to put the president on the right track if he is cunningly going off track. The Constitution provides for that, just as the executive can summon or bring the legislature back into full session. There is the right also of the legislature to summon the president on anything that they feel or they aren't too sure of. So I've been asking series of questions, African parliaments, European parliaments, the American parliament or Congress, and put all of those bits and pieces together. It took me to the conclusion of similarity, if not all, same. And they gave me instances, practical reality, that the president was summoned by the legislature to explain a certain agreement that they as legislators weren't satisfied with. Say, let's use our situation as example. The 285 reported pieces of moving machines. So there was some of this president, there was some of that president, and you see the president in the parliament facing the people and answering their questions. No noise, no invectives, but the president is answering the questions as he was asked, she was asked most respectfully by the parliamentarians. And running through those events, I started to wonder, when will we be like this? Because it is within the legislature got that power. Why am I saying this? Because they can take this country from underdevelopment to development. They can take this country from unaccountability to accountability, transparency, probity, whatever, anything and everything. The legislature, they can decide whether this country goes into war or it remains stable. They have everything available to them. They can checkmate as many times as they deem it necessary once they are aware and not too sure of the issues. But the legislature in Liberia has never ever been respected because it has never ever positioned itself as legislature. I told you last week three things, three elements why the legislature has never ever been respected. And I used the football situation to tell you how a legislature performs. One, that the legislature in Liberia, they worship the president. They worship the president. Two, everybody knows everybody, everybody related to everybody, everybody is a friend to everybody, which is obvious, that is good, but they use that to be solved. The third element that suffers this country from the legislative standpoint is money, money. Most of the people who campaign to go to the legislature, not necessarily that they actually want to make the difference. We've known that for a fact over the years because we saw it. Majority of them fail the people, and the people will cry, and the people will say the next election you will not go back, and truly they did not go back. Majority of the guys who go to the legislature, not necessarily that they have something very germane to develop Liberia, no, but because they hear of their colleagues traveling from one country to another, they are moved by the expression or the honorific, honorable, the exhortation given to them, the worship, the statutory committee they are put on, the lucrative committees, and a lot more. During the 2023 elections, yeah, it's a draw. If you were here, you would have laughed. You laugh and get vexed. The guy came in. Samira was interviewing him. The guy sat in the right opposite Samira. When Samira introduced him and threw the first question, you know what the guy said? He said, if Sammy did not put his honorific, that means if she did not call him honorable, he had not been elected though, he running to become representative. The man insisted that the lady must call him honorable before he can answer his question. A man who had not gone into the legislature, he even know, he just seen the building from outside, or he knows the inside. The man insisted that Sammy should call him honorable before he can answer. They rumble on that thing for almost 6-7 minutes. So it's one of the things. Not necessarily they want to make the difference, but they want to be that the people will see them. Honorable, 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 Mr. Senator, Mr. Representative, honorable. So based on that now, they feel relaxed, they feel complacent, they lose sight of their core responsibility. They let the executive now takes advantage of their softness and their weakness and gullibility to toss them to and fro. That is how the executive have used all the legislatures. The president is never ever fearing of the legislature in Liberia. All of the presidents that came, they never ever, they will cooperate, but they never fear them. Why? Because they stoop so low. It is our understanding that these guys will do a rethink from the start of everything. It looks some way, somehow, but when you put your house in order and ready, people will take you serious. I just thought to remind you guys, because everything, you are the foundation of this country, the pillar of this country. The future of this country rests with the legislature. There is nothing without the legislature. You aren't called the first branch of government simply because it's alphabetical order. No, there is nothing alphabetical order within that thing. It simply means the greater responsibility you got to determine the fate of this country, where it goes, how it is developed, who does what, and how he or she does it. There's nothing of praise because you are first. No. You are the first branch of government to determine. That's where the allocation power, the appropriation power, every other power is given unto you. The legislature the executive don't have much of a power as compared to the legislature. The president, anything happening in our legislature, the president can get there, and some of the guys there say, you kind of give account. But you, not satisfied with certain things, you can call the president. You can call the president to order. In fact, if you said today, Mr. President will have to give a full account of all of the travel expenses or expenditure, Mr. President office will start jittering. And Mr. President himself will start to jitter because he knows that they got the power. If he can go to give a full explanation, or he can give a full explanation about the 285 pieces of earth-moving equipment, something going to happen. The legislature has so much power, but our legislature has never ever understood the power it has. It has always delegated part of its responsibility to the executive, and the executive use it against them. Then all of them will complain at a certain point in time, the president does not respect the legislature. This is 3 branches of government. You can't have one branch of government disrespecting other. No, one person can cause 10 persons to act right. If just one person stands his ground uncompromisingly, the rest of the people will follow suit. In this situation, the legislature has that responsibility. And I hope that you guys will tread that path. This is a new era. The president said no business as usual. You don't allow them to bribe you. You don't allow the executive to chunk money over there. Don't allow them to see you as people who fall for peanuts. Very many of you who are in that legislature, the House of Representatives, the Senate, you guys are well-to-do. Even though the richest man on earth still want money, but it borders on your reputation. You guys are great men and women, highly educated, well-to-do. You guys can and should not stoop low for peanuts from the executive. Once the executive start to send money over there and you guys start to receive it, you are empowering the legislature, the executive, to weaponize you at will. I appeal to you people. You guys got clear conscience for this country. You guys were elected not on the basis to get rich or enrich yourselves at that legislature, but to make a difference as per your district and the country. I have no doubt that you guys will stoop so low. I have no doubt that you guys wouldn't perform. You'll perform. But it cannot be when you give in or you abrogate half of your power to the executive, then the executives begin to disrespect you. I just thought to speak to you guys because the burden is on you. You guys, let's see a proactive, aggressive legislature. JUAH, you can come in.
Okay, thank you, Sam. You know, I listened to your analysis and listened to your caution to the legislature. You know, what happened is that the legislature, exactly what all you said, they are all meaningful, and the legislature will have to take into consideration many of these things you just said. In order to respect the particular branch of government, they will have to put in order some of their responsibility and discover their potential. It hurts a lot when you see some of the lawmakers who have not discovered their potential, who have not discovered yet their ability, who have not discussed exactly their functions at the legislature or their functions in government in Liberia. Like you earlier said, the executive will always go about influencing the legislature because of money. A bulk of the guys at the house there, there are very few of them over there that are very sensitive with regards to national issues. They will be very robust with regards to how things should traject in the country, and they will be very sensitive on passing bills or investigating some of the critical issues that will affect the country. But again, you will see the vast majority, going the way they want to go because they need their personal interest to be met. And the executive will always go about, involving themselves in issues where you see the lawmakers will be compromised. And in how much they being compromised, bulk of them now will lose the value or will lose the taste as the Liberian people will term them to be. Because this is why you always see that Liberians have perceived, many of Liberians have perceived that the legislature is the problem of our country. They are responsible for being underdeveloped in our country. The people have perceived that legislature know more about our problems in the country. Why? Because they will go about not putting forth the issues, that are affecting many Liberians, but instead they will go putting their own interest before the Liberian people interest. So when that happens, Liberians will consider them to be that they are there in their own interest instead of being in the interest of the Liberians. So the legislature got a very serious responsibility, and every country, the legislature has its own function. And with our country, they are responsible for oversight, representation, and lawmaking. If a lawmaker is being very vocal, very active on checkmating companies' operations in the country, the oversight, they are very robust in looking at the workings and functions of some of the companies that are operating in Liberia. There are many of the companies operating in Liberia without a proper document. They are carrying on mild labor practices. When the lawmakers will stand their ground, going after these issues, Liberia will take another trend in developmental path, because revenue that are to be generated by the companies through the LRA will be able to boost the economies of our country. And once the economies of the country is being boosted, you will see the people who are complaining, crying that the country is hard, they will find one way and the other something to do. When there is a proper regulation on many of the companies operating in Liberia, obviously you will see that they will increase the working capacity. People who are to work in various areas or departments of the company, you will see people, the various sectors will be booming because the regulation has been put in place. Some companies will come, they will come without sugar coating tone. They come and lie to the legislature, lie to the government that they have come to do this, do this. Soon as they give them the work permit, they enter the country, everything is okay. And once they enter the country and say everything is okay, they start to explode. You understand? So once they are exploding, you Liberians, you stand to benefit nothing. But prior to their entry to the country, the agreement they went through, they compromised a lot of things on behalf of us Liberians. And once they are operating the country now, through the process of compromising our interests as Liberians, It was just very few legislators who went to that agreement. And when they went to the agreement, the legislature, the executive will call legislature and say the company coming into the country and this is why they coming to come. Yeah, explaining a lot only to benefit them. Then the majority of Liberians stand to benefit nothing. Company comes, sometimes you see, this is why you see the issue of conflict in some of the companies areas where citizens will feel disenchanted, they will be disregarded, disrespected by the company. Why? Because the concession agreement, the social corporate responsibility will not be met because it's been compromised from the onset before the company could have gone to the locality.
Okay.
So when these things are happening, Liberians will always continue to perceive that legislature are responsible for the underdeveloped status of our country, and this is not a good thing. We all striving to see that Liberia be a better place. Every day the legislature will say Liberia must get better, Liberia will get better, but it is just being said but not being seen.
Okay.
So this is something that we'll have to see.
Before we get to the Lebanese Commerce Minister Summer Sultan on today, let's turn to you to have your say. Just few calls. Then we get to the Lebanese minister, the white minister, the foreign commerce minister, a country that is open to everybody and anybody, yet it can be developed. They say dual nationality will develop Liberia, but dual nationality is exploiting Liberia. You can see nothing. The country is still a subservient country. A subservient country is that country that is at the mercy of independent country. Though it says it's independent, but it will beg every other country for assistance. That's what you see. You look at Liberia from time to time. They open dual citizenship. The people come exploit, go back. Bloodline is always a bloodline. You can change it. 0770 907 907 0886 673 922. Have your say on this, and then we move to the white commerce minister, the Lebanese commerce minister.
Hello?
0770 907 907 0886 673 922.
Hello? What happened to the line?
0776 36 40 45 0886 673 922.
Hello?
Hello.
Your name and where you call from?
Thank you. This is Austin Waller from the show 13.
Austin, let's hear you quickly.
I want to change to the show this afternoon. Brother Sam has said it all. And I let it where he dealt with this guy on a respectful manner. The lower horse. I love the way he dealt with them on a respectful manner and a humble manner. There's one person I love when it comes to this talk show is Mr. Andrew and you and even the entire force in Africa for us everything. Even though things have been going wrong, but the amount of which you guys can deal with these guys on a respectful manner with evidence and proof that they can even come after you, that is why it was talk shows and people who are respected. It's true. These guys have sold themselves exactly over a year for 1847. They have sold themselves to presidents of all presidents. And that's why our country will be as it is. Well, the other countries, who made that country develop? It is the lower house, the House of Parliament, the event judgment before presidents. No matter how you are, how you are, how big, how money you are, how rich you are, the event judgments. They don't want to vote because they are concerned that they massive. Because when they massive their best, they are going to lose their job. So the first thing they do, they put their people first. They do.
Hello. Thank you. You made your point. Hello?
No.
Your name, where you call from? Hello?
Jigo?
I'm not Jigo yet, bro.
Jigo?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, please go away from your radio.
Yeah, I'm away from the radio.
Yeah, you live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, let me say thank you so much for the show. Anyway, I'm Aliyu MEVIN boss Kamara calling from District 8. And let me say thank you so much for the show there. But I want to provide some information too. You know, the lower house, we shift lane on the lower house, and which is necessary. But we need to look at our community dwellers.
No, Chief, you are off track. We said the legislature. Legislature means the two houses. We did not say the Senate or a House of Representatives specifically. When you hear the legislature, it means the two houses join.
Yeah, I know. The legislature there, we are great people. We understand their tactics, we understand their technique, because we believe that when we vote them, we put them in power. When they go over there, when they meet each other, at the end of the day, they play a package game to benefit them and their families. So at the end of the day, the majority suffer it. So we just confused in this country. We don't know what the last is. Because people that we expect to lead or to grow, they are the people who depressing or to not be where we're supposed to be today.
Thank you. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, let's hear your name and where you join us from.
Thank you, JUAH and Sam Andrew, William W. and Football Defender. I want to say thank you ever so much for the program. And you guys said, it's true. That was long ago. I want that making the country to go the way it's going. Because what I want to say is that it has no power. The power is that's the EU. You know, all can go in our house. This is why we send one person for a district. So you get to do a new thing. But they're not doing it. Why are you a fellow? And I don't think the sense says, I'm going to blacken. Oh, you want black. Do the right thing. And if the person doing the right thing, now you tell the president. But the power that you get, you exercise it. Trying to go home with the president, do the government. All know we are elected. So when the right will be gone. And the good thing that wants to happen. And you know, one way, but whenever they get their money, they are selling. The right thing that happens is they go to the survey or the distressing. You see it? And downtown we are doing. Even the army, I don't know, the procurement there, even the police. And they say, you are looking at it as a lawmaker. And it's the wrong thing they are doing. So let them stop and for the country to have a point. That's the only way they're going to go forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You did well by spicing up the first talking point. Let's move to the next now, which is Liberia's stable. And the commerce and industry of the country being managed by the Lebanese man, the workman, Ami Modad, the man who said he is a Liberian, but no Liberian name within his name, and he dare put any Liberian name there and go to London, he will feel the weight. But he is the Minister of Commerce and Industry. So he faltered over the days, over the weeks, he blundered. He acted and stay acting like he knows the job because he's being politically appeased by the president. A businessman, a business tycoon, Unity Party was struggling. They didn't have the kind of money. Everybody knows that. This is no news. Unity Party was struggling, and when you're going into election is costly. It's very expensive. No election, no campaign on earth is easy, or it is less costly. Even community election, so much money is put into it, the campaign and other things, least to talk about national. So everybody who is running, they enter into agreement. Nobody put their personal money into any campaign. Nobody, no business person will put his money. You know why? They see it at risk, and they will always move with the if. If we don't win, if I put 18,000 into this man's campaign and he doesn't win, how will I get my 18,000 back? The next expression you will hear, it is my business money, and a lot more. So what they do, they'll encourage the president or the person who is running for president will give them that strong assurance that at the close of the day, if he wins, fine. If he doesn't, fine. So some of them will take the risk. Some of them will put some money in it, giving their state, or some of them, if they put 5,000, 10,000, it's not much of a money for them, given what they accrue over the years from their businesses. So Ami Modai is one of the business tycoons in Liberia, the Lebanese man. He's one of the business wits in Liberia. So I don't know whether he supported, I'm just saying that, but to tell you that nobody is an island, everybody needs somebody help somewhere somehow. So his position is an appeasement, a reward for whatever he may have done. This is a fact, we know that. But it is not wrong when you support a venture to be rewarded. It is not wrong at all. It is right. It is ethical. It is appropriate. There isn't anything wrong to support a revolution. When you support a revolution by whatever means, and that revolution succeeds, you are giving your reward, you are paid for it. And that paid is legitimate. But the question will arise, if you are paid, say you are given a position, a ministerial position, and you are not performing, you're not up to the task, there where the public now will start to raise concern. So our concern about this man is his underperformance since he ascended, his underdevelopment. Given what we experienced over the time, what did the man say? The man said there was, given the situation, the situation in India, the increase in the price of rice there, so the price in Liberia increased. The man went on record. Yes, the man first one.
Between the 22nd and now, the rice importers that brought in rice have been accruing to marriage. That's additional cost to the cost of doing business. Our team has broken down the cost of rice. We have solicited invoices from India. We have solicited invoices from other countries. We invited distributors from all around to see if we can bring in new importers who will be able to supply rice at competitive pricing.
So he's explaining the reason for the increment after he had announced the increment in a rice price. And all of us know what that degenerated into. It wasn't easy. I need not say anything to that. You know the reaction. So he now was giving his reason or justification for his announcement.
Look, it is a difficult process. The rice industry is like a cartel. So now we haven't been able to get any rice in.
You guys are aware of his familiar phrase, eh? He said the rice industry, he referred to it as a cartel. That means a cartel is a group of people working together, all of them one opinion. Yeah, but it is always sinister. They have one plan, they work in unison, but the purpose is always sinister. Anytime you hear the word cartel, it's not necessarily a good word. It is the same as the word cunning, C-U-N-N-I-N-G, cunning. A cunning is a sinister act. A cunning, the word, you can use it interchangeably. So what he was saying, that a group of people with a certain intent will create the situation. Hence, he understood the cartel, but instead of breaking the cartel, he allowed the cartel to prevail. Then he came to the people and announced the increment in rice price. Is that an excuse?
We compare the pricing. We have verified all that they have said. We're working. There are some costs that we can reduce from this side, and we're working on them. Friday we received, or Thursday we received another letter from the rice importers citing all the previous letters.
Okay, so that is what he said earlier. So the guys from the legislature summon him. I didn't get that part. I will try to get it because they needed to have sorted out. The first one, he lied to them. He lied that he was out of the country because he should have appeared. Last week, he didn't. He told them through a proxy that he was out of the country when he was in the country. Diabolical lie. So today he appeared because it's Tuesday. They scheduled him for Tuesday. At the legislature, he thought that he is clever. He tried to use this bullying attempt to play on the legislature. Listen carefully, and I want you to follow his expression. You hear the senators in the back, some of the lawmakers telling him to go back. That's not what they're here for. Let him speak directly to the rice issue. He tried to talk about petroleum days and this other one to divert their attention. They had to put him back on track. A person who knows the job, the person will stick to the purpose for which he was invited. Once he is not to explain another thing, he wouldn't until he's asked. But he thought that he could bully the lawmakers. That's why I decided to speak to you directly. I beg you, I hold your foot in Liberian term. We have a great deal of respect and honor for you guys at the legislature. You guys are great men and women, highly educated. I hold your foot. If this country will go forward, it depends on you. If we will continue to retrogress, it depends on you. You don't give into anything. You don't allow anybody to look down upon you and think that they can just go there and bully you and get up because they are within the executive. I beg you stand your ground, you do what is right. So today he appeared. He started to give all kinds of flimsy excuses. He said the rice price, there's no increment. It's 16.75 cents. No increment. In fact, they have put their inspectors out into the various markets everywhere of the commerce to inspect that an increment, if they found a store or a shop or whatever escalating the price, will be shut down and prosecuted. Yes, the Lebanese commerce minister, the white man.
By cost of fuel, by distance, and what have you. But we are implementing in this agenda. And since the president reversed that price with the mandate that we look at holistic and long-term solutions, we're looking at all those variables, including how it will be impacted. We're in our open discussions with APM Terminal. Honorable, you mentioned that the price hasn't changed locally. It has changed from APM Terminal.
So this is what he was using with the understanding that he could play on them. Listen carefully, the guy's going to put him on track. Listen.
3 years ago, it was about 2 or 3 years, it was pulled out. APM Terminal was charging. Within the last few years, in the last 2 years, since the importers have been requesting that increase, it has increased to $14.98. So there are several, and in this agenda, and in this process of finding solutions to reduce the cost of doing business, not only for rice, we have determined several areas that we can impact internally that will circumvent some of the external rice. For example, APM Terminal, cold charges, shipping.
Yeah, now he felt that he saw, the Lebanese commerce minister, the white commerce minister, he feels that the guys will be carried away by his white skin. Sorry if you think I'm sounding racist, but racism is a normal thing now. So he was about to bully them, he bringing in all kinds of stuff. So the guy said, no, chief, go to the real issue. We'll call you here for.
This 14 hours, 50 cents on APM Terminal.
Yeah, what I'm trying to state is that it has been increasing and it is poised to increase too by the agreement. But we have open discussions with them. We have open discussions with all the actors within the rice chain. from the shipping lines to APM terminal, so the port authority. One of the ways that we believe in our initial calculation, and which will be proffered in a report, we can impact the price of rice within a short period of time by about between 22, 21 to 27 cents by curtailing some of the domestic costs. We are working on that. Some of the measures that we are also working with are port charges. To circumvent some of the port charges here in Monrovia, we have begun discussion with the Port Authority to see how rice, semen, and other commodities that are intended for the rural areas can dock in the Port of Buchanan at cheaper rates, and we're working on that. So there is a holistic approach to this, and we believe that we can control those prices. Now, look, in terms of the number of persons importing rice, we inherited 6 rice importers. We did not pick those 6 rice importers. Okay? I know the optics of seeing those 6 rice importers on the table all for me is alarming. And this is what Freddie decision to put a hold on the increment.
Government minister can never attempt to be truthful.
Within the last 3 months of my leadership at the Ministry of Commerce, we allowed or granted permits to only 3 of many requests, and those 3 are Liberian-owned companies. We have about 5 more applications that we are reviewing. While we are pursuing this Liberianization agenda, we also have to be careful if they are capable of doing it, because we have situations where people make those requests, are unable to bring the rice, they go back to the same 6 importers to bring the rice. But we are addressing that. It is our agenda. The issue of the 22 million, as part of this process, we reassure you that we're looking into it. Again, this was implemented before our time. We want to understand all the circumstances surrounding the disbursement of the 22 million.
All right, thank you, Mr. White, Lebanese Commerce Minister. Okay. JUAH will have his input on this before I come in, then we close. We'll move to the representative, Yeka Kolaba, who was prevented today. It was another thing at the legislature, and he will be here tomorrow. He is the guest on Good Morning Liberia with Sekou Sharif and Samira Wolam. JUAH, your man finished speaking?
Yeah, so we see a lot of contradiction in the minister's speech. Why we term to be someone at the legislature. The minister earlier made a pronouncement about an increment in rice price, and coming up again telling us that there will be no increment in rice price. It's a contradiction regarding or considering the various prices of the variety of rice on the market. You know, we got to be serious. When you have been privileged to serve a position, serve the position diligently, serve it to the best of your ability, and not because they gave you the position, that means you will use the position to do anything you want to do or to be limited to the position. Go beyond. There are people who can be appointed in some offices or on some jobs. They will not have the advanced ideas on the job, but some of them will take it as an opportunity to go beyond, to investigate, research about the job given them, and they will read more about the terms and reference of that job. You see, some of them will perform diligently. Some of them will perform. It has happened like sometimes they will appoint some people and say, we are appointed you to serve this, serve that. Then people will doubt your ability. But when time goes on, people will say, oh, we doubted that young man's ability, but he's good. That person is determined. That person has gone beyond to do a research of the job. The person has studied the job. But you know, some people will be appointed to a job and you wouldn't see them, prioritizing the job. You wouldn't see them going beyond to learn more about the job, the terms of reference of the job, but rather they use that down as an opportunity to sit down and step on other people or do what they want to do to other people. He now announced that rice price is 16.75 cents United States dollars. And when you do the mathematics to analyze the statement of Moda as to whether it's actually truth about the increment in rice price across the country, Let's do the math together. 16.75. You time it by 1, depending the rate to your area, right? But the most common rate around now is 190. It's 3,182 cents Liberian dollars. 16.75 United States dollars times 190 rate. It gives me 3,182.5 Liberian dollars. But let's take the 0.5 from there, say $3,180. We're taking the 2.5 from there. So, do you think the Commerce Minister Muda telling us breast has been sold for $3,180? That the price of rice in Liberia? You really think that the price of rice in Liberia? You think Muda that serious man be talking the kind of thing, then people be clapping for Muda? Muda need to be serious on how he go about addressing the food issue in the country. The food issue in the country, not something that somebody will make fun out of, not something somebody can politicize in the country. Whether you voted or never voted, you got to eat. Whether you reach 18 or not reach 18, you got to eat. Whether you are a politician or non-politician, you got to eat. So let's stop politicizing the issue of rice in our country. How Moda comes out telling us there's no increment in rice. He said rice has been sold for 16.75 US, and you do the mathematics, it gives you 3,182.5. So we take the 2.5 from there in Liberty, it gave us $3,180. So you show all the store now, because he has said they sending out agents. The Commerce will send up agents, to go and do verification or checks on some of these stores. People who are selling rice very expensive. The last time I heard my mom purchase rice, because for me, I actually don't buy rice to carry home. The last time, because I always sending them rice money, right? The last time I heard them telling me the purchase rice was 3,800. And when you divide 3,800 by 190, it will give you 20 United States dollars, the rate. So 3,800 for rice, for bag of rice, some places. Some areas you find it 3,700. Some places you find it 3,600. So here is it. Rice, we talk about 25 kg rice. So Moda price here is 16.75. And the price that is mostly commonly found in the various communities will be 3,800, 3,700. But I just took it the rate of 3,800. So it gave us $20. So it is complete different from what the Commerce Minister is telling the legislators that rice is being sold for in Liberia. $4 difference. And here is it now. The $4 you time it by 190, it gave you $760 different. So $760 difference in the rice price, is that not an increment? Almost $5 US, is that not an increment? Now he says there's no increment, right? Okay. Since this is the case, he said no increment in rice. To the outside world. He only want to sit there, and because they pull him there, they confide in him of maybe certain other things he used to do for President Bouaka. So because of that, they pay back with that job. It would not offer our country a very pleasing economy. It would not offer our country a very suitable food sufficient environment. We have complained a lot about food. We saw this in past regime. Former President George JUAH got his government very unpopular with that the increment in rice, similar to what they're trying to do again. So the president earlier called Moda, telling Moda that Moda was wrong to have said there will be an increment of rice. So you see there. So the president and Moda, what going on with the both of them?
All right, so the Commerce Minister flip-flop, his Summon Sultan just confirmed his inability to do the needful for the people of Liberia vis-a-vis his inability to deliver. That we're going to see a lot more mistakes. You cannot announce anything within your sector when you have not done due diligence to it. And even if due diligence is done, the minister himself or herself will not go unilaterally to the public. The government has its spokesperson called the information minister who diverges or discloses that information. The reason for that, if there is anything beyond that, it can quickly and readily be solved then when the minister himself or herself just unilaterally take to the public. It gave governments hard time in this country because all the ministers want to show up. Had Ami Modai just followed the procedure to allow the Minister of Information or consult the Minister of Information, he would have been advised expressly. But most of these ministers, Liberian government ministers, they don't respect the information minister. I should tell you, listen, I know about this thing. I ain't just talk because I feel like talking. I see it. I listen to ministers. I told you, during weird time, the former minister, Ledger who ran it, what did he say? He said, you can take money from a package to support government initiative, the money there. He said, look at the budget for Ministry of Information, and look at the responsibility of the Ministry of Information. You expect the crust of the government information arm just having less than 500,000, 200,000, while other ministries receiving millions. We're listening to plenty of people. That's why you got to be friends with people. So I understand PR's position. I understand PR's position. So if Modad had just informed the Minister of Information, he would not have gone to put or plunge this country in trouble. And I mean, Modad, he regret it because that Lebanese man, that white man, that man can leave the country anytime. You're 14 years. I mean, what that business be down there. We have Wahala in this country where he was sitting down in Lebanon. So, no minister, a typical Liberian minister, who knows that it is the country's staple, that it is one of the contentious issues in this country that you dare play with, will just move unilaterally to make an announcement that there is an increment when he is not the one. The minister cannot be the one to make that announcement. It either comes from the president or the Minister of Information, or the Minister of Information, the president. These are the two people. If that is the case, the government will take into consideration all of the factors. That means they will analyze it. And given the severity with the options they have developed and the need to face the public, it will either be the president coming to tell the people that we are facing XYZ, there is a shortage in the price of rice, or the commodity will go this way, there will be increment, or there will be a decrease, and the reason for that is this. Or the information minister will go public. The information minister is the person who does most of the talking for the government. The president talks less, the information minister talks more. So almost everything is channeled through the Minister of Information.
Yeah. And the other one that escort you as I escort your car, seem to me constant until I shall confirm.
So some of them include scattered increasing global demand and uncertain geopolitical conflicts and restrictions imposed by the Indian government on non-basmati rice. In our case, the domestic production.
I hope you remember that session. Let me tell you something. Come on, Father, they have brought the C-54 back to this place and will not allow it. You understand what I'm saying? Now watch the process and see. If no action is taken against this sign your arm, if I don't disrespect the speaker and disrespect Thomas Fala, anywhere you see me, don't respect me your left. Watch the process and see.
Do you think that's the best way to handle it?
That's the best way. That's the best way. Look, by practice, everybody here know it. When you have their eyes to go up, after 10 minutes you go back inside. All of you people know the procedure here. All of you people know the procedure here. All of you people decide to carry the horse the way they are carrying it. That's what they decided for me to not go inside there. No, this issue when it comes to the rest people, to the rest issue is very important to the Liberian people. We will not have Moda and Joseph Boakai going to go sit down to connive to do that. They want to carry rest price or to get percentage. You understand? And people in there want to side with them. No, we were elected by the people. We are here to talk for the people. My job is not to build road. My job is not to build houses. My job is to put in the project and ensure that the executive enforce what we put in the project. But instead, we sit down here and want to work along with Joseph Boakai and work along with the executive. They didn't see here the former President JUAH. One man former President JUAH to fail today is because of the simple proceeding. When last in the federal you saw us sitting for minister here, no minister is to respect us. Look, this horse, Lebronco, thing will get so all of the place they waste their time. Their place will be worse than the 54th. No, I'm going to test the process. I'm taking him to court. He started about Jomo Justice why he was taking them to court and winning them. This is the same Jomo Justice. Have they changed? Have they changed? It will not change because we put the same people here. We said, I don't know why they elected that man. People say he used money to come here, I believe it. Thomas Fernandez will be elected to come here. When we're talking seriously about the Liberian people, is that how you do something? Serious matter, you say, yeah, nay. Their horse will be corrupt more than the 54th. That's my statement.
So what will be your
because there's speculation all around here that we have received money and let the common minister go. So then why we are here? Why we are here? We need to be serious of what we're supposed to do here. The Lebronco brought us here. Look, if their house want the Lebronco to live better, money in their country that Lebronco can live from. In the first place, B. Martin can feed the people in their country here. The people on their own resources want to their country go. But you know what? Joseph went there, people were killed there. Joseph Boakai went there and collecting money from the same B. Martin people. So what do you expect? The B. Martin came down. And I'm going to resign from the committee officially. If nothing can be done, and I'm in that committee business. What we are behind committee business here? Nothing beyond committee. Why you can get all the committee here to say you own committee? Nothing. And we need to stop it. We need to stop it. Look, you see the thing I'm doing? If no action is taken against that man for stopping an elected official from entering over there, and I want to say again, our rules are clear. Our rules say the only time the speaker or the presiding can ask the lawmaker to get out. If the lawmaker is under the influence of alcohol, am I under the influence of alcohol? No. But you check Joseph Boakai myself right now, Joseph Boakai under the influence of alcohol because he drink power. I am not under the influence of alcohol.
It just means that you will not attend sessions.
Well, that's the will of what they want to do to satisfy what they want to satisfy. It is not the will of the people. What I'm saying, is it wrong? Let's go through the process. They may disrespect the house. That's the reason why we see ministers and get a car up to now we get a car. Because we take ourselves to be bodyguards for the people. You understand what I'm saying? It's wrong. It's wrong. You think I'm scared to be expelled or suspended for your look. You don't see me dignify the way. The day I get to somewhere that is to be dignified, I will dignify it. You don't see me dignify the way. Now, you don't see me pay for vote. If I want to be somewhere, I want to put one vote, you vote. My man, I was living before becoming lawmaker. The people in my district know. When we were contesting, I told them, I said, your son can still, don't vote for me. Go there, they know it. You think I can pay for vote? And I told Joseph Boakai, I said, we're making you president. If you do the thing that the past government did, the thing I will do to you will be more than this. Go on my Facebook page and go and see it. So are they surprised to know that Joseph Boakai will become a history? Are they surprised? Are they surprised? They are wasting their time. If my presence cannot be fair here, my presence will be fair with the Liberian people. The Liberian people believe in the Ninyeke. They said, oh, maybe unpopular. You saw me walking across yesterday. You want to see me entering one country on Saturday? So you can know that the Ninyeke remain a household name.
So what do you think?
I'm respecting all the lawmakers here. The name here is respect them. No, you can pull the 72 lawmakers here and pull me here. People will come to look here. They will not go to the 72. You want to pull it to bed?
Okay, you claim not to be under the influence of alcohol. What do you think might be the reason for throwing you out?
Because people want to satisfy their desire. People want to satisfy what people are saying here that will collect their money and let Mother go. So the speculation from the people, it is true. Yes, I believe it is true. Because if it is not true, we will proceed the right way. And you know what they're doing that is wrong? Our rules are clear. Our rules is very consistent. The rule is the rule. So if the rule today is being disrespected the same way it was disrespected before on Tomo Fala then Tomo Fala in power, you will happen. They also will get something from here.
How authentic is the information you providing?
Well, the attitude of Tomo Fala have proven to me that what is the speculation is true. You understand in English, right? I'm speaking English, and some of you don't speak English. You get camera passing wrong here. I'm speaking English. Your attitude will determine if the speculation is true. Your attitude towards the people will determine if it is true. You understand what I'm saying? Let's take for example, the post say, oh, you can store something. They can't be having a row. So the post speculation is true, right? So make sure the speculation of the people is not true.
Okay, lastly, to the clothes that you're wearing, bearing the captions and that. So what do you think? You think this is the appropriate wearing for you to enter section? Do you think that as for the dress code, you know
I always grab the people. You know I waited for them to do. You saw all of them wearing CDC beret in our place, right? Look, our rules are clear. Our rule for all wearing beret in our place. But since we started this session, the 54, and you see beret inside every day. No, tell me if it is lie. So they are blocking their own rule. So can they enforce the rule on me? No, it is wrong for me to wear face cap in there. But because they set a bad precedent, so all of us got to follow the precedents. Our rules say you must be properly dressed.
You think you are? You think you are?
I could wear this coat. There's a French wear, but not to wear this. Not to wear beret. It's forbidden for us to wear beret in session. But because people fear that certain people will have to do it. So now I want to see if the rule can apply to me. Sorry, I mean, I speak English, right? The people say I'm crazy, man.
So you want to be part of those that are breaking the rules?
No, I don't want to be part of those that are breaking the rules. I want the people to know that we brought change, and the change we brought cannot make a change for anybody. You see what on the t-shirt? The t-shirt say, movement to carry Joseph Boakai to see Moses funeral home. Yeah? The t-shirt say, movement to carry Joseph Boakai to see Moses funeral home. That's what my t-shirt say. So next time don't ask me what the t-shirt.
Representative, District 10, Masurado County, Yeke Koloba, on why he could not get into the hall to sit with his colleagues to debate the issue. But given what we gathered, he was in earlier and his colleagues felt there are certain reasons why he could not go back, having gone out. I don't think I have much to say. JUAH will have his positions. He's coming here tomorrow. He will be the guest, he will be second guest on tomorrow from 8 to 9. So he will explain a lot. But this is what I can say to this situation briefly. You guys at the legislature got to be careful how you treat your colleague or colleagues. That legislature isn't clean. There isn't anybody over there who is clean. You can appear in a very clean, perfect coat suit, but it doesn't say that the word that comes out of your mouth is as good, and the other man who is considered untidy is not worthy. He's the sinner. We have heard, we have seen, we've gone to that place, we've witnessed several sessions, we saw things that are not representative of the legislature, the House of Representatives, the Senate. It was one of the things that led me to start looking at other parliaments around the world. And let me tell you, the last parliament, doing my research, the last parliament that I stopped on, the last one before I started getting ready to come on the air, was the Ugandan parliament. And what I saw, I said to myself, this needs to happen at that legislature. JUAH, you saw the video, they're fighting, throwing chairs, real fighting. Why am I saying it? We have this thing in our culture that if somebody is speaking at you all of the time and you act in silence and you're not that weak person, you need to face up to that person. When you face up to that person, then it will stop. So when you clash in that legislature, real clash, some of you, you have your smartphone, you ask for the Ugandan parliament. And those of you who are following, you have smartphone, you ask for it, just go there. You will see. Honestly, I should be very honest. I said it within myself when I was going through those various parliaments. The last parliament was the Ugandan parliament. Real fighting. I said this needs to happen in our legislature. Then those men and women will actually behave like honorables. They will actually now start to behave like men and women. But until then, they are still stooping too low. One group will feel that they are extra, they are the cleanest, they are the holiest. The other people, they are the dirtiest, they are the stinkers, they are the Satanists. This is no support for Representative Yake Kolba. I've told you, I've always not appreciated his unruly behavior, his invectives. But we cannot use one man's situation as the only measuring rod against that person when all of us, one way or the other, desecrate the very legislature. It doesn't say because you go into the legislature well dressed. Some of you don't follow the rule. The speaker is speaking. We can bring out how they call it, that we can open a whole sea of wrongs in that legislature, the House of Representatives, the Senate. The speaker is speaking. Nowhere, any decent parliament, once the speaker is speaking, you will not hear cross talks on the floor. But what do you hear over there? When the speaker is saying something very important, national event, everybody following from around the world, from the country, from around the world, they're following by way of technology. The senators and representatives have no concern to know that responsible, reputable people, fellow legislators, everybody from around the world, the following Liberia's parliament, they're there playing fun. The speaker is speaking. Look at it there. Other people in red tie. No reason why I came with red tie too. Yeah, those childish things, those funny stuff. Walking across the floor. No decorum. So one situation will serve as a change. As much as it is right to chasten the representative for his unruly conduct, we must equally, or you people should equally look at yourselves. Make sure that you follow the rules to the letter. Because his argument is, they have breached the very rule. He said the rule said no bearer should come in. But we have seen barracks over there. The rule said no one should get in with
a beret.
Yeah.
Beret.
Besides that, drive.
T-shirt.
Yeah, wearing with wordings on it. And what he had what he had on his T-shirt, I think he said, because he explained it, which was very wrong.
It's a movement for the
funeral, it was Moses, something like Moses. Yeah, is it? Yeah, is it?
The T-shirt say, movement to carry Joseph Boakai to see Moses funeral.
Now, you can't say that. This is very wrong. You can't say that of your president. Nobody, you wouldn't want anybody to say that of you, Representative Yeke Koluba. But that is another issue. We'll talk about it. But everybody over there now, in that Senate, in that House of Representatives, you have to look at yourselves, how you conduct yourselves. The last time you made your own speaker shame. Fonati Kofa, we have the recording here. Look at Fonati Kofa countenance. He was ashamed of a speaker presiding over men and women who were stooped so low, walking outside complaining. He almost cried. The following day, which means Essential Day, what did he say? He cautioned you all to conduct yourselves appropriately as representatives. So what difference between you and Yeke Koluba? What's the difference between Yeke Koluba and you? The speaker on the floor, some of the guys, they said that they embarrassed. Some of them can even, I know they have said to themselves, well, why are we to become representative? Because it's so shameful, it's so embarrassing. The people looking at you all over, some of you are sorry to say, but people that know you real good, some of your family members and all the people watching you on screen, they see you stooping so low, acting like children. You think you should be behaving, then you say honorable. Now, to Mr. Koluba, then JUAH comes in and then we move to something else. Honorable Koluba, or Representative Koluba, because we can call them honorable. No. They are honorable within their sector, within the domain. We call them representatives. He has lived with this for years. There has been caution, and I think he needs to have a second thought. Going into session with such wordings on the T-shirt, not right, man. Not right. All of us will talk about the president's error, but we aren't against the president. The president isn't against us. We're not against the president. He is our leader. He was elected democratically, sworn in constitutionally. But it doesn't say that he's infallible. He makes some errors. His advisors were ill-advised. He takes decision too, apart from his advisors, that will not be right for the country. So we talk about it, and we give our opinion on it, as every citizen has the right. But it doesn't say we are against or we wish the president death. What Representative Koluba wrote on his T-shirt was wrong. It doesn't represent him as a lawmaker. I know some of you who are his fans, he will justify, and he himself, he will try to justify that if he faces Sekou tomorrow. But it's not right at all. You can't wish that. That is wishful thinking. That is wishful thinking. You can't play it. There is no way you can polish that. You're simply saying that I want to see this person at the funeral home. And funeral is for the dead, not for the living. You can't say that of any person. You can say that of your president. Even if the president is going contrary, you can raise the issue. You can speak to the issue literally and intellectually. Nothing can change a person. And nothing more powerful than speaking directly to the issue. No matter how a person is hard in heart, as long as you can speak to the issue consistently, that person will change. Because one day that person will sit down and say, this thing this guy always talking, I think it makes sense. Let me give it a careful thought. And that person, that's how too many people change. Leaders or whatever the status. But you can't do that. And attempting to enter parliament with that T-shirt. Amen. No, Chief. No, Representative Yeke Koluba? No. My personal opinion, that is wrong. You can't do that.
The teacher say movement to carry Joseph Boakai to see Moses funeral. Yeah. The teacher say movement to carry Joseph Boakai to see Moses funeral. That's what my teacher say. So don't next time don't ask me what the teacher.
JUAH, can you join our movement?
Yeke actually didn't use the exact word movement to take Joseph Boakai to the funeral home on the T-shirt. It was over the weekend. We visited the home of Representative Yeke Koluba, where he had a press statement or a press release. The press conference he had there, he launched the movement, and the movement, according to him, the movement is against the presidency of President Joseph Boakai. What is written on a T-shirt reads, movement against the presidency of Joseph Boakai. So now, you heard the journalist asking him, why you wore T-shirt like this. He said, if the T-shirt says movement to carry on Joseph Boakai to see Moses, it means that what the T-shirt say. But on the T-shirt, on Sunday that he launched the movement, according to him, very soon he will be carrying the team, across Liberia. They will start with, I think, Basso, Grand Basso, River says. They will continue with the southeast and later move on to Nimba. So he said on the T-shirt, this is the writing that is on the T-shirt, movement against the presidency of Joseph Boakai. That's what is written on the T-shirt. That very day he gave out motorbike, to the coordinators and stuff. So then move to the issue of Yeke denial, to the entry of the parliament today. Yeke was being denied to enter the House of Parliament. They say he who preach equity must come with clean hands. Yeke, if they will consider Yeke being wrong to have an inscription on the shirt movement against the presidency of President Boakai, then they should also be against their very self wearing party, they're wearing T-shirts with party emblems, wearing face cap with party emblems. Yeke earlier said it is forbidden, means it's against their law that member of the house should not wear any party material, including face cap, T-shirt, or whatever to enter parliament. But it's been observed on many occasions where you saw Yeke get the CDC beret, the Deputy Speaker Tomofala had the beret, even Representative James Colette from Bon County, we have spotted him wearing the beret, and several other lawmakers wearing beret in the parliament. People went there with President Joseph Boakai T-shirt, and that's how it continued to be. Yeke now wearing his movement against President Boakai presidency. I listened to Yeke keenly. He said wearing a T-shirt, it was something that being like they are accustomed to it. Why? Because others been wearing party material and entering, so he decided to wear this one too to enter. He entered and they asked him out. He came out thinking as if they were going to call him back in. While trying to make his way back, the sergeant at arms said he is not allowed, in giving the instruction that Yeke should not enter back the parliament. So if Yeke being denied, now let's accept if they deny Yeke that he should not enter because he has such inscription on the shirt, it means no other persons again should enter parliament with anything, any T-shirt that have, anything concerning politics or something that will spark up tension or against any other person will politically. Yeke being denied, it means that the entire citizens of District 10, Mosorado County, were denied access of the parliament today. It's not only Yeke. Why? Yeke is the head, Yeke has been elected, Yeke was being sent by the people. So anything positive or negative Yeke does, It affects the people directly from District 10. So if Yeke has been denied, meaning the people of District 10 are being denied the access of Parliament today. Let's be clear. Even if it was not Yeke, if someone else's was being denied, that district the person comes from is being denied as well. He who preach equity must come with clean hands. This house has been observed, people going there with party, barrier and stuff. Yeke too taking advantage of carrying it there. If the law eyes opens today on Yeke, it means not a day any other person should carry any different shite there. That we saw them celebrating the signing of the War Crime Code. We saw people carrying t-shirt there. Mind you, the very t-shirt that they printed that they were signing or in favor of the signing of the War Crime Code, it was also against some of the members of the legislature. Some were not happy to sign, some did not sign. So people who didn't sign,
yeah, they
carried
were
a t-shirt,
there in t-shirts,
yeah,
War Crimes Code t-shirt.
Yeah, so people who wore the shirt were also going against the rules.
It was wrong.
You understand? So people who did not sign or who were not in favor of signing the War Crime Code were let's say against the act of people carrying t-shirts. So those people went against the will of the people in the parliament.
But the speaker himself has not done well in terms of keeping control of the flow, because they all he too allowing the people to breach the rules. Yeah, if that is a standing rule, it ought not to be breached. And who enforces that? The speaker.
The speaker. So that's just how it is. You know, they have all breached their own laws at the parliament. Now they want to they want to enforce the law on a single member. So it appears like they got certain thing in mind for Yeke, or they've been planning for Yeke. So saying Yeke have wore this share today and no other person in any party share or any different share, let's start the law today. It doesn't offer well to Yeke, and I will condemn this, right? Same how he part about, Yeke wearing the shirt, but Yeke shirt in scripting that movement against the presidency of President Joseph Boakai. We earlier saw Frank Safoko, Representative Safoko. He came and they were launching, a movement to make the president, let's say to impeach the president. And it involves the vast majority of the parliament. So it just don't mean, sometimes people, the lawmaker who we depend on to be, they want to regulate some strong law in the country, are the very people at times would turn to be, they want to breach the protocols, breach the law. So when members of the parliament will come up with another, contradicting analysis, with maybe the majority or certain other people in the legislature, they feel intimidated, they feel offended, and they feel that the person is not of, certain standard or law to do whatever they want to do. And these things are not okay. Let me be real. They are not okay. Yeke Koluba denial, entry of the parliament today was never a good one, given the nature and accepting the fact that the very legislature has accepted people wearing party shirt barriers to enter parliament, and they have sat there. The speaker has presided over numerous of issues. Yeke wearing a t-shirt today, they got no problem. They got nothing to do with it because they have been accustomed to it. It is forbidden. It is against their law. But in much they have accepted and consider certain other people at certain time, it also means they should also consider Yeke. But if they don't consider Yeke today, Yeke is being placed out, fine. But then the law now should go across. So starting from today, no other persons should enter the parliament with anything, anything involving or got connection to party or an individual support. It got nothing to do with it, and it should not be in any forms and manner. So like you heard Yeke, Yeke speaking, let me get you the SS back. Yege did not actually say he got the movement, you know, to take Joseph Boakai to St. Moses. It was actually something he said, if it is on the side movement for, you know, Joseph Boakai to be carried to stuff and things. So let's give the Yege an ear to
Et les t-shirts, c'est mouvement de carry Joseph Boakai de St. Moses funeral home. Yeah? Les t-shirts, c'est mouvement de carry Joseph Boakai de St. Moses funeral home. That's what my t-shirt say. So next time don't ask me what the t-shirt.
And that. So what do you think? You think this is the appropriate wearing for you to enter section? Do you think that as for the dress code, do you think it is appropriate?
You know how always grab the people. You know I waited for them to do. You saw all of them wearing cities right now, right? Look, our rules are clear. Our rule forbade all wearing beret in that place. But since we started this session, if you ain't you see berets every day? No, tell me if it is lie. So they are breaking their own rule. So can they enforce the rule on me? No, it is wrong for me to wear face cap in there. But because they set a bad precedent, so all of us got to follow the precedents. Our rules say you must be properly dressed.
You think you are? You think you are?
I could wear this coat. There's a French wear, but not to wear this. Not to wear beret. It's forbidden for us to wear beret in session. But because people fear that certain people will have to do it, so now I want to see if the rule can apply to me. Sorry, I mean, I speak English, right? They put say I'm crazy, man.
So you want to be part of those that are breaking the rules?
No, I don't want to be part of those that are breaking the rules. I want the people to know that we brought change, and the change we brought cannot make a change for anybody. You see what on the t-shirt? The t-shirt say, movement to carry Joseph Boakai to St. Moses funeral home. Yeah? The t-shirt say, movement to carry Joseph Boakai to St. Moses funeral home. That's what my t-shirt say. So next time don't ask me what the t-shirt.
So you heard from him, right? If the t-shirt says movement to carry Joseph Boakai to St. Moses, and later he had a breakthrough, and they asked him, and he came again and said the t-shirt says. So it's not actually what Yeke meant to carry Joseph Boakai to the funeral home, but he's answering in an aggressive mood to tell you that they got no right or bounding me from entering the parliament at the moment indicates that they got certain thing in mind for me. Because all of us in the very house have breached the protocol. Yeah, most all of us have breached the protocol, and you stopping me today, it means you got certain thing in mind for me. That's how it appears for Yeke. So it appears like they got something in mind for Yeke. So how be it, I think we go back.
They say he has always shown unruly behavior. So they try to team him, take the beast out of him, like Aristotle said. You use the law to take the beast out of the person. But there's the ironic part. They too have their own beast within them, but they wouldn't want to. So let's take a few calls on this one. 0770 907 907 0886 673 922 0776 36 40 45. So you can combine it with, Moda. Interestingly, Ralph, somebody sent me a text. They said, they explain history class, or they took me into history class. Those people, I shouldn't call them, I shouldn't call it Lebanese man, white man. It's not white, Caucasian, all the kind of stuff. Okay. But that's my own. I got that. Hello? You don't call it.
Hello?
They're not white.
Can you where you come from?
Yeah, hello?
You lying, let's hear you.
Yeah, how are you, brother?
I'm fine. Where you come from?
Yeah, I have something to say about concern about the issue. Yeah, the people, they voted like JUAH will win the election. They're using Yeke as an element and movement. But this time coming around, JUAH not won the election. So their own element now going against them, they want to Yeke. Yeke will not be posted to Yeke. Because Yeke will always be in their brain. I have nothing in their brain. And you can like the way you can. And nobody will tell you can tell all. That's my point of view.
Thank you. You made your point. Hello? Hello? You very low. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good afternoon. Your name and where you join us from?
This is Ezekiel Johnson, and I come from the Tusafi UK community.
That's you.
Yeah, okay. So I want to discuss on the issue of this rice with Amin Moda. And people might not understand when he said the rice is 16.75 or 0.75. The 16.75 is the wholesale price from the dealers. So if, for instance, let me use myself as an example because I sell rice. And so we go at the dealer's office, like I buy from Kwani, I go there, so I pay $16.75 for one bag of rice. Now, don't forget, if you pay that money, the guys that are helping you to load the car or to put your rice on the car, of course you have to find something for them. But then don't also forget that each one bag of rice, taking them from the boat end to this area will pay $40 for one bag of rice. For those who are living in the Canadian belt, that's why the price varies. For other people that are living the single village belt, on the Uru belt, the fees are different depending on the location. And so it is on the basis of that, people that add money on the exact money that they are buying from the code. So if you hear some people saying we buy it at 3,500, depending on how much that body is then charged for one beverage from the food to where he's carrying it. So for me, I sell it here at $3,450. We then sell it at $3,400. But you have to pay the guys that are loading. When you come, you got to pay people that are loading, and you have to pay $40, $50 for one beverage to take it from the port to come here.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello? Your name and where you join us from? That's you are.
No, my brother, let me tell you, that was a because serious important to the country. If I know the opportunity for the way you know, we have to do it. Do our country. Yesterday, Honorable Senate Government, Honorable Gray, former representative, you who always AFN in the way when that was. What's happening? Nobody. It's been happening. And what Honorable MSA, Honorable Kurba? Like, that was been damaged for the past 2 years. And our children looking at, hey, me tomorrow, to win our house. And we look at you see, it happened there. For when they were winning our house, they said, automotive, I think, well, trafficking. What are we going to do? Forget to win our house. One more, look at all, hey. So we will do it.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Sam, Andrew, and Mary.
Go ahead, you live.
Yeah, I'm Peter the Ricardo. I call my honor like in Lord Johnsonville. Thank you very much for the fascinating discussion this afternoon. And I think that in terms of legislative literature, what the secretary of the law, you really need to explain the apology to Honorable Korba, because that was a complete infringement on his constitutional rights. The other have violated their own rules over there. Because today, the man who a teacher that is against them and I want to use that against them, I think that is quite unfortunate on the part of the speaker and the deputy speaker. You really need to apologize to get a Korba. And he raised a serious issue about the rest. What have they done about the rest? They said that over there, how many people are allowed to them that red brand has dropped? Since these people took power, they wanted to power first, they increased the price of rice. This is the second time they have increased the price of rice. Red price has not dropped. So,
okay. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
You live, let's hear you.
Hello?
You live, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to elaborate to we don't sound like joining from the campus, Capitol Hill. And the issues that have to do with Yeke is quite unfortunate. And what we can say is that the Liberian people will stand by Yeke because all of those who are in that house, they are farmers. And it's only Yeke that the Liberian people knows when it comes to standing on their behalf as regards to those issues that confront them. All of those guys have sold their soul to the other party. And so if you see them attacking the chair, then it means that they are attacking the Liberian people. And we're not waiting for the call from the chair. So rather us to say, let's move our top daily. And anytime we start from today on, we will call the chair that anytime he goes and they launch protection, you should move around less than 5,000 citizens. That would be the message that we're giving. And the devil will say, that's it. Long before we tell the man, they put the man out.
Okay, thank you. I can see this kind of thing with the president. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, tell me where you come from.
This is William Harris, calling from Capital Barbara.
You live, William Squire.
Okay, I just want to say my condolence to you and your family. My condolence to you, Sam. I got to keep courage. God give you, God take it. Thank you for the work. Sam, for me, I'm following you today. Take care of a good day.
Thank you. Hello?
William?
Yeah, you live. Let's hear you.
Thank you so much. My name is Robert Francis Oka Adjunct. This afternoon from Unification City in Roma, County, around the Rabo International Airport. Let me say thanks to the great intellectuals of our town. The two concerns about Yeke Koluba and Minister Ami Moda. I think I want to use this platform. I want to use this platform to call on President Joseph Yuman to dismiss Minister Ami Moda, who continue to bring shame and denigration to the presidency and to the people of Liberia. This minister do not understand what his position at the Ministry of Commerce. We're talking serious issue in this country. Then the minister is lying. I think the government needs to charge him for lie and labor and be prosecuted. Because what issue is a serious commodity in our country. Then you go about making fun with Nigerian people. And the second issue has to do with Representative Yeke Koluba. I think the Speaker Fulanti Kofa and Deputy Speaker Tom Fala need to recalibrate and rethink. Because they host many participants and carry party t-shirt and carry all elements to the Capitol building. For you to deny Representative Yeke Koluba entering the Capitol building, I think it's an affront to the people of Liberia. That is the main constitutional right. Why?
All right, thank you. Hello?
Yeah, hello, brother.
Your name, where you come from?
I'm on the team, I call my team leader.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, I'll say the issue of the Koluba. I want to tell the House Speaker for Antico and Tamafara, we voted in there. To our vote, they want to see higher power. They sit down there and they respect Koluba who speak on behalf of the masses. We will campaign against them. Especially the next election will come, we say against them. But they are going nowhere wrong. Let's move setting up. Quickly consult for this especially going out, don't do anything. Whatever they wear, the people that love to go in the all the time, they come on, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello? Your name and where you join us from?
My name is calling from Bongani.
What part of Bongani?
Yeah?
What part of Bongani you calling from?
From Bangna. When I found out something from Samira.
American do all kind of thing too. You don't hear Samira, you don't find out something from Samira. Yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Your name and where you come from?
Okay, my name is Emmanuel. I call from Manoville. For me, I mean, what you guys doing, I mean, it's not strange, you know. But I don't blame Yeke. You know, for some of us, the older people, I mean, we are ashamed. You know, I remember when Yeke and this very person at the time was in the opposition, they went there in Lofa, and he had to show
So my son has that came on his phone. You had a shot when you had and he said this place I'm beating you out very bad, I'll bet very just here is. And what I stood at him there and he was smiling. So what's the difference from wearing on that t-shirt? No difference. I'm not in support of it. You know, but what can we do now? What can we do, my brother?
Okay.
Stop this fire and give your cause a chance, man.
Thank you. Hello?
Chief, just you want to move away from your radio. Yeah, you want to lower your radio.
Yeah. Go away from the monitor. I'm Ricky Swan from Chicago Padre.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah. You see the problem of Yeke Kodoba from JUAH regime or to pressing, and he started doing the JUAH regime, and no one put stop to it. So it made him more famous. So the present government instead doing the same thing. It should have been stopped from JUAH regime or to the pressing. Then Yeke will not come to go that far by writing on a t-shirt, telling people say movement of Joseph Waka to Simose Funeral. It's not a good sign to honorable to say such a thing. But Yeke, we made it honorable, but you don't know the function of honorable. That's the problem.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. Hello? Hello, you are on the air. 0770-907-907, 0886-673-922, 0776-36-40-45. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
You are on the air. What is your name and where you called from?
My name is Ahmed Sensei. I'm calling from Uganda.
Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. When it comes to Yeke Kodoba issue in the House of Representatives, you know, Yeke Kodoba, for me, I love Yeke Kodoba because of the generosity. He is generous, to be very frank. But when it comes to the t-shirt, when we question on the t-shirt, to be very frank, I don't go for it. But to be very frank, Yeke Kodoba is generous.
Okay, sir. All right. So the man is presently making a tour. Let's bring you excerpt of that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are glad to have the district number 10 representative in our midst, Honorable Yeke Kodoba. A son of Liberia, an advocate of justice. Honorable, so we are glad to receive you. Although it was urgent, but we thank you for thinking about us and coming to our talk. So we never demanded you, but we are so humble to have you. However, people of West Point, people of the West Point Educative Forum, let us officially welcome Honorable Yeke Kodoba to our Nobel Township of West Point. Honorable Kodoba, we say welcome. Thank you, Chief.
West Point.
say that John we are people.
Yeah, the vice president.
They say we will change the border for. No. Never change the border for waste. We never change the border for what is happening to be a rat. You never bring money and you say what is happening to Australia. How was it that? We want for that potato roll, but it will not happen. We will keep talking for you people, and we'll keep talking for you people, and our police will get done. Don't mind the police, brothers can bring water. Brothers not bring
Representative Yeka Kolobam on his tour presently in West Point. Hello.
Yeah, how are you, sir?
Yeah.
I'm on board of Liberia.
Yes, you are on 104.1.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I don't really know the topic, but
Yeah, then you just listen, yeah? Hello.
yeah. Good afternoon. I'm Anthony B. Name join you from Corway, tell me your company people down street. The chairman of the 900,000 men who are prepared for protest against the immature government. Thank you. Thank you this afternoon. Hello?
You live, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I hear me people saying that you can put that way or share that saying movement to carry Joseph Baka to freedom and to motivate freedom. 100% support and Jackie Pulba. Because back in the day when Jackie Pulba stood in the problem of insulting drugs, we are murder in the country. The only person was in Lenny, you were so happy. So today, I want to warn this zero people and deputy people and Fronty alongside with Thomas Farah. They are doing things that making with the division are getting angry. So they are going around on counter line. And Jackie is 100% right. If you want to even join me, we want everybody who send me there. So thank you this afternoon.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello.
How you doing?
Cool, as you are.
Thank you so much. My name is Man Fire calling myself here.
Man Fire?
The Man Fire.
Oh.
Okay. And you are so much. The guy is our man, all about the same. If you do God, it's very good. But then you look at that description on the site, you can take it away. The house, or you can take it, the capital building. So that alone, they show that yes, he is not honorable. But if you're honorable, it doesn't mean that you should get yours and then become honorable. No. Your way of life, the way you live your life, is honorable. But again, it doesn't have to show anybody. And that one, I can't believe it because even if I was there at the time, even if I remember at the time, so what are you going down? I mean, all our things. And I need to do it also. So we also do a few of similar video, we need to stand tall. So, the father in that, we should not allow you to always be bringing our sanity to our public. So, we should always be, we should always be doing things so that we can encourage you.
All right. Thank you for calling. Have a nice Tuesday. All right. Thank you ever so much. So, we close with the transport sector. The police action. They've done what they think was right as per their observation of the country's transport sector, which did extremely well, though it didn't go down well with everybody, but you can see sanity on the street in terms of space and movement. But this is what I observe. The police had grudge. As much as it is a bit safer, the police had grudge. The constraints are still there. Hundreds of people still walking from one end to another. They can hardly get a vehicle. If you will get a vehicle and get to your office or your business on time, especially for those who are on the outskirts, then you must wake up 5 o'clock. If you woke up between 6:30 and you're on the road 6:45, you're staying there for between 2 to 3 or 4 hours, except somebody who knows you and there's space in the car can stop. If not, you will just be hoping that some kind of vehicle will come going in your direction. That's how bad it is. They did what they felt was necessary to restrict the motorcyclists. So the grudge was against the motorcyclists. They accomplished their aim. Good. But they've empowered the other side of it. What do I mean when I say empower? They now have no time to look at the taxes, the painted taxes and the unpainted taxes. Initially, they said 3 persons at the back. Because the motorcyclists, the police have been successful to push off the motorcyclists from the main streets. The yellow taxis and the color taxis are now taking advantage to take 4 persons at the back, 2 persons at the front, because they want to get as much money as they can have. 1, 2, that the passengers, vast majority of the people, don't have option. What you observe, if you are in Liberia, those of you who aren't in Liberia, let me give you a graphic picture. There isn't any place you can stay in Monrovia now, you will get car with ease and confidence. Keke, bike, taxi, nowhere. Nowhere. Every moving vehicle is filled. Because everybody is fighting from wherever they are to book the vehicle that is coming. So the taxi drivers, they're not only taking 4 at the back, 2 in front, but they have increased their price because they realize the people don't have option any longer since the police have complicated the entire pursuit. So the taxis driver, they are left now to enjoy themselves. They're doing whatever they can. The police have no time for them. You can do things simultaneously. You can do 2 things at the same time. So they're taking 4 at the back with no regret. Police officer will see them and they pass with ease because as far as that police officer concerned, the motorcyclists whom they saw as the enemies of the state are off. So they have no time to look at the taxis. And even more appalling, you got majority of the cars on the streets now running commercial and they are not taxi. And you have police officers will have the audacity to stand in front keke, stand in front back, stand in front yellow taxi. And they will see those people getting in. The driver is taking in 3, 4, 5. And he would dare stand in front of that car because it is private. So what has the police done? The police target was only the motorcyclists. As far as they're concerned, the rest of it, everybody can go and do whatever they want to do. So what have they done? What have they achieved? Nothing. Yeah, look, some of you drivers, you're listening to me. And those of you who walking by line have your radio, you're looking around, you're seeing it. Some of you passengers in the car, you're seeing it, how you people are squeezed up. They're not hiding anything. And the police have no time to stop that car and charge the driver for carrying 4 persons at the back, 2 persons at the front. Maybe the Liberia National Police want to hear of terrible accidents with several deaths, then they will call a news conference to say no driver should carry 4 persons at the back, because that is typical Liberia. We wait when disaster occur before we call a news conference to quote unquote say we are putting preventive measure in place. We are not the country that can prevent before an event occurred. Certainly not. We aren't that kind of country. We are not the alert country. We don't put ourselves on alert. We are not the futuristic country. We don't think ahead. We only wait, we relax, we enjoy the US, we enjoy the position, we enjoy the descriptions in terms of praises the people will give us based on our respective positions. But not to think that, oh, let's look at the situation. We have cleared the motorcyclists off the streets. So now, what happened with the taxi drivers? Let's see how many passengers they are carrying. Are they carrying 3 at the back or 4? Are they taking 2 at the front? 2 at the front, isn't it a risk? 4 at the back is also, because there isn't any convenience. When you sit in car, you ought to be convenient. It's not just the movement. No. So they ain't got time for that. Over the day, since LMP started and they succeeded, I've been observing that thing. They've taken 4 at the back. They're taking 2 at the front. They're going. They're passing by police checkpoints. And they have no time. But when keke driver is taking 2 at the front, then you see the police officer running to stay in front of the keke, holding the keke, beating. But a taxi driver, especially a non-commercial taxi, is taking 2 at the front or carrying 2 at the front and 4 at the back, they will allow them to pass. So when the people say now the police only had a mindset against the motorcyclists, then they disagree. But that's why they suggest sometimes it may not be your intent, but the way you go about doing it gives people the impression that you are targeting a certain group of people, because the rest of the people are left to do what they feel they can do against the will of the people and their benefit. That thing had been in existence for a very long time throughout JUAH regime. Let's say we never saw 4 persons at the back. That rule stood. It is recently that we start to see 4 persons at the back. I said Andrew saying it. I know I saw it. And we rode taxis from one end to another many times. Once there's 3 at the back, another person stopping, that taxi driver will move. It is recently that I've started to observe that. That's why I decided to bring it out. It's not a perceive or to say, let me just go and blast the police. No, I mean helping the police, because they may not know, they may not be in the know, they have not seen it yet. So I'm bringing it to your attention, because I have seen it many times since the whole thing started. That's what the guy is doing now. They're taking 4 at the back, 2 at the front. And you can, LMP, Transport Ministry, you can tell us that it is lawful for a car that is not purely commercial, will run commercial. LMP, Transport, you can tell us that it is right. The car, he didn't register the car as commercial. He didn't go through all of the process within commercialization. But it's on the street and he's collecting money. He's in the commerce of the country, is collecting money, exploiting. And the police will have no time, Transport Ministry will have no time. But the people who get their cars painted, well-plated, the commercial car, the one that you can trace at any time, that the one that will be after the police, the traffic police officers, now all. The traffic police officers, they will be after. Give me your license. Give me your license. Those people should not be running as commercial vehicles because they are not commercial vehicles. If the transport ministry and the police serious to clean the mess of within the transport sector, then it has to be holistic. It cannot be one-sided. Because when it's one-sided, then you're giving all power and authority to the next side to continue the normal. The cars are not registered as commercial vehicles, yet they are commercializing. We want to hear the LMP having a news conference to announce that all non-commercial vehicles who applying as commercial vehicles must forthwith stop. That if you intend to run your vehicle as commercial vehicle, you must go through the process to have it registered as a commercial vehicle. We want to hear that. Then we know that and say, oh yes, the police not biased. The police was not only targeting the motorcyclists, but if nothing like that, at least the people with that impression that it was a targeted situation against the motorcyclists. All over the place. You can hardly see taxis now. You can hardly see yellow taxis. Everybody commercializing. They're putting their private car outside. Jibo. How they call the other ones there?
Van.
Yeah. The different types. They're putting all outside. And even more frustrating, hurtful, painful drive, they charge more than the yellow taxis. Those ones who are running commercial, non-commercial vehicle unpainted, they can charge heavily. And all are running commercial car every day. So now anything somebody get information, every day we saying it, every day we in car. If you're attempting, or if you stop that unpainted commercial car, ask the driver before you get inside. Because if you got in and stop at your point, if you think it's $50, you will put $50 in that driver hand, you hear what he will tell you. If you're not careful, he will even get down to force the balance from you. But his car is not a commercial car. It's not legally a commercial car. But the police seeing all of those, they have no time. They will stop under the red light. The police are there. Traffic police are there. They have no time to call that police or that driver to order. So y'all stop it. Y'all go in that area too, rather. Y'all check it. As much as you people were successful, it is paying off even though the hurts and pain stay there. One side of it, people are still walking extra mile, long distance. You have less cars in the country. You equally have to look at those few vehicles that are exploiting and endangering the lives of the people. They stay taking four at the back. Just right now, we all see, let me tell you, that one part, now no support for any reason whatsoever. I am telling you, throughout Georgia region, I see it. That Rupa, if there is anything, I can say that the commercial drivers, they really stuck to that. I never saw 4 persons getting in the back. It was always 3, and all of the drivers, they comply. It is recently that I started to see, and some of you know, some people express surprise that 3 persons at the back, then the driver stopped to take another person. Most people, it's surprising to them because they just seen it. Throughout the former regime, we never saw that. It was always 3. One at the front, 3, one at the front, 3, one at the front. It's recently we start to see. So police, we're watching. We talk today. We'll continue to observe for the next weeks and months. If it stays the same, then we know now truly the motorcyclists, it was LMP grudge against them. 0770-907-907, very quickly, and then we get up. So what happened? Are you hearing something? Okay. 0770-907-907, 0776-3640-45, 0886-673-922. You're listening to Bits and Pieces on Voice of Liberia 104.1, Monrovia, Voice of Liberia 89.7, Kakata Magibi County, Voice of Liberia 90.7, Bon County with me, St. Andrews, and Edwin JUAH. Hello. I'm good, as you are.
Thank God, thank God.
Yeah, go straight to the point. Go straight to the point. Few calls, and then we'll zoom out.
I'm coming out. My issue has to do with.
No, Chief, your line is cracking. I can understand it's the weather, but you have to change your location. You got the right to call back. It's cracking. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Your name and where you called from?
My name is Kira. I call from the oil.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I was there. I expecting us. 4 property out of buy. And they will all charge you $50. They will tell you $100. And you like it, get that. So all the income were paid $150 because our city out of buy. Now we still pay the same $150 while we fall out of buy. So the government, the police, the transport, militia, they need to come in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Your name and where you called from?
Yeah, I'm also calling from Brazil.
You got the right to speak, Mr. Tokwa. You are on the air.
Oh, okay. I got an issue. Yeah, we went at the Minister of Transport, we registered our back then. But it's taking our back then.
I'm talking about back that taxi and non-commercial taxi. I'm talking right now, Chief. Not back. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for calling. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
How you doing?
Chief, just go. If I tell you how coming on, how feeling you respond, just speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why if I say this and that? Very interesting. Oh, Papa. Yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, Papa Sharif is my name.
From where,
Is
Mr.
this
Sharif?
from Liberia?
Yes.
Is this from Liberia?
This is Voice of Liberia 104.1.
Thank you very much. I'm calling from New Canada.
Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you for the topic on the discussion. I do embrace the ideas. What you are explaining is 100% granted.
How is it on your side, Sharif? How is it on your side? The drivers there are taking 4 at the back, 2 at the front?
For here now, I think rules and regulations is taking up on the state of Darima. But we are looking at
Wait, no, you want to explain that. What do you mean that the rules and orders are in the state of dilemma?
For instance, for Monrovia, where we are talking about, in Monrovia, it's a little bit active when it comes to the rules and regulations. It's taking place here.
So, what is taking place? What is taking place? 3 at the back or 4 at the back, 2 at the front?
No, for here, even you want to take 5%, it's still going on. Yeah, there is no rule post in place here. We are not seeing any, AMP taking action against it yet to be friend with you.
Okay, let's hear you on the others.
So thank you. In terms of the drivers, they want to be a commercial, vehicle, let them do that. But it should not be on the side, exploiting resources and income, bothering our citizens who want to make our easy access. So I believe that the government or the AMP should take your point into consideration and make sure that everything should be on course.
All right. Thank you, Sherry. Have a nice day in Kakata.
Thank you very much.
Hello? Hello? You are on the air, Chief.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Yes. Your name?
Yeah, Samson.
Samson what?
Clinton, Martin County.
Let's hear you, Samson.
Concerning transport, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
it has to do with, the issue of drivers taking 4-person or 5-person in the car. It's not an issue. But I wouldn't do that. I'm a driver. We wouldn't do that. But when it comes to the issue of buying the pass, the car pass, it's very expensive. One tire expensive, gas price or expensive or gallon gas, now have a gallon gas. So if that you can't control when you're buying gas for $500, $600, then if you go taking 3% from your mortgage or 3% more, you'll be way better. Then go buying gas, $900 for a gallon of gas, then you expect to pay somebody, 3% at the back, and 1 person will form make it full. When you get in a day, you won't get anything. You want to come hold it in a day, then you
So it is based on that you people, especially out of town driver, will take as many as you can or as the car can carry besides the load.
Yeah, government have to first see our gas issue. I want to do this first. It's like discussing gas prices. Discuss tires, our tire prices, I'm going to call the tire. Tire, the front tire was $12. So your front tire was $15, front tire for $500, $600. Now you kind of issue of gas, taking 3% in the back. That's our reason why, because we're not buying gas expensive. Because that's the thing, you buy gas expensive. Now we're going to gas. So,
900, you're buying gasoline on that side, 900?
$900 gallon of gas. $900 gallon of gas. $850 last price, but $900 gallon. You look at you find Java $900. You find Java $850 for a gallon of gas. So if you buy Java price, that's what I sit now. I would not waste my car in the traffic to take from town to Kenya to Brussels or one state of Brenda. So one state of Brenda, carry the one state of Brenda and full. No how much I will buy. Okay.
But that is not a justification for taking 4 persons at the back too. You've got to follow the rule or the instruction by the government. LMP say 3 at the back, 1 at the front.
I actually been following all the talk show.
Oh, you went off. All right, thank you ever so much. So, you did well by spicing up this one, the LMP. Let's see how it goes. You can get drivers taking 4 persons at the back and cars that are not commercial, running as commercial vehicles and exploiting, charging over, taking 4 at the back. Okay, so this is how we go home on this note. Very interesting. We're waiting. We talk the politics and other issues. So let's go home on a sporting note. The excitement is all over the place. Over the days, I've been reading the comments, hearing people talking, they're saying a lot. They're so excited, very excited, as far as they're concerned that everything is over and it's going to be unending victories for them. I'm referring to Real Madrid, the signing of Kylian Mbappe as their player for next season. So all of them excited. So they're posting all over the place, using all kinds of expression. They will post Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, and just different. They say they have options to the extent that no team will beat them again. Don't even talk about Barcelona part because we the flow rare. They can say anything they want to say because we are not being competitive. So they can say in Africa, the team that are winning trophies, their fans can grow in no time, no time. Some of the people that went to Madrid, they say the Madrid fans, they were never, they had no time. Well, Madrid winning, everybody, when they go, whoa, Ria, but Ria, and the team ready. If Barcelona are winning, SCV, that's how some people came to Barcelona. So, no problem. We're there, we're patching our team small. But, here is it. The signing is good. In my opinion, the signing is good. But the signing won't scare. It's not a signing that can scare Barcelona. No. 2, the signing of Kylian Mbappe. It is Madrid who that is about to promote him. Madrid has won everything. Madrid won 15 a couple of days ago. Madrid had not been struggling. Between 7 to 10 years, I think they won 6 Champions League. Kylian Mbappe was playing. All those years, Kylian Mbappe, he win nothing. He win 1 Champions League. He went to how many finals? I think 2 or 3 finals then.
Who, Mbappe?
Kylian Mbappe.
I give him Mbappe reaching final. They stopped semi-final.
PSG didn't reach final?
They stopped semi-final.
Okay. So he hasn't won the Champions League. No, he hasn't at all. So at Madrid, he has gone to a club that has already achieved a lot. He's just going to add spice, and the team will elevate him, will raise his morale, will increase his brand. He's not increasing Madrid's brand. You know how it is? The more trophies you win, your brand increases. That's how I look in this whole football business. When you're not winning, your brand declines. You're not winning anything. You don't win a trophy. Your monetary value drop. Your sporting value drop, and a lot more. The reason everybody, Madrid, because they have been winning. The team has been competitive. They've been winning. They've been winning trophies. And then they added the Champions League. They weren't struggling that they needed a player to help give them the Champions League trophy. So they have their brand increase. So they now going to use their brand to raise Kylian Mbappe. That's what it is. They're going to raise Kylian Mbappe morale. And maybe when they win a trophy, then they deliver it to him. Just try, you saw what Messi did to Thierry Henry when he went to Barcelona? All the years he stayed with Arsenal, he never won the Champions League trophy. When Barcelona won it, what did Messi do? Messi took the cup and delivered it to Thierry Henry. He said, you haven't won it. This is what you've been fighting for. A brand won it. So hold it and celebrate. At least it's gone down in history. Today, Thierry Henry is considered a Champions League winner. So it is the same thing Madrid going to do with Kylian Mbappe. So there's nothing extra.
But even if we say the same thing they will do with Mbappe, the thing here is, do you think?
No, what I mean, if they win it,
but they're fighting not because they want to win it. No.
The boss say they have Galactico non-stop. Nobody can stand in front of them again. Oh.
Trust me. The Barcelona we have opted for long ago. I was just reading something about Hansen Flex. Flex has been studying the team from the day Bayern Munich defeated Barcelona, the 8-2. Flex been studying Barcelona, and he developed interest in coaching Barcelona when Xavi made the first pronouncement that he was leaving at the end of the season. And anybody who would develop a love prior to your core, that person is opted to deliver and do everything it takes to their ability. So that thing the people talking, Mbappe, Naka, and what they want. Mbappe had not left on PSG. You have Mbappe, you have Messi, you have Neymar. PSG did not win the Champions League. You had the same Mbappe, you have Cavani, you have what the other guy name. They left on PSG, they did not win Champions League. So because he coming on Madrid now, I mean he coming to everything.
And that year they spent close to $1 billion or more on all those players just for the Champions League.
The same for Sergio Ramos, everybody went there. They did not win Champions League. So that Mbappe won't come in John or Mbappe, the winning of the Champions League this season, we all know how it orchestrated. Madrid robbed Bayern Munich to qualify for the final. We know how it all ended. So the final, we know how it all went. So they might not be doing it as if they play extra football than any other team.
How did the final go?
They won 2-0.
You suspected something?
No, I didn't actually watch the game because they were not even at my taste. So I didn't
No,
watch the game.
but that game was competitive.
It was competitive.
Dortmund had all the
Dortmund messed up.
opportunities from the first half.
They messed up too.
They had too
you
many
know.
chances that they could have defeated Madrid about 3-4.
Yeah, they mess up. So that's how it is. So I'm now actually thinking about Madrid stuff and things. Maybe coming to Spain. That's something obviously. And we will be playing them, I think, in July. I think July or August in the preseason. We playing them. So just so you know, Barcelona play Man City on the 30th of July. We'll be playing, I think, on the 6th of August. We'll be playing Madrid. I think on the 9th or so, we'll be playing AC Milan. The preseason matches will be the test match for Hansen Fleck. They get new player, Marvin. We get new coach. Hansen, you understand? So that's different thing. There are two different persons from two separate leagues. They met from the Bundesliga, they met from the League One.
He won Champions League.
Yeah.
Mbappe, he
Flex,
won Nadine.
Flex, yeah. So Hansen Flex, our coach, he got very good experience in winning Champions League, and he had played in the Champions League several times. And the very team he coming to coach, he had defeated this team 8-2 before. The Mabe who coming now to Real Madrid had never defeated the Real Madrid. Then you talk about Mabe coming, he coming do they want. I'm big here, man. Mabe just coming to add a number of who never saw the aspect of the guy from Chelsea, Eden Hazard. Hazard was at his best, and if Hazard were remain in England that season, a possible Hazard were one world best.
Yeah, it was obvious.
No, let me not lie, right?
He was the only outstanding player.
Mm-hmm. Hazard, at the time, Hazard was at his best. That Belgian ball played the best of football on Chelsea. And anytime Barcelona and Chelsea had a game, Hazard and Courtois were my greatest worry ever in the match. When Hazard is on the pitch, I will be worried. When Courtois is in the pool, I will be worried as well. But since Courtois left, both of them came to Madrid. And Messi disgraced Courtois. I look at it and say, no, but then they think not anything. You know, you saw Suarez and stuff. So the way Hazard story ended, maybe not take time I have my story coming in. Honestly. So this is not something like we feeling happy or feeling bad. True, but trust me, that's how something it can be when you shine in your league.
We saw it with the Galacticos.
Yeah. You shine in your league, you know, you see that B team calling you. Once you appear, people start to compare and overrate you. Trust me, your performance can drop. That's how it looks like. Messi left from Barcelona. Messi was at his best. He went to PSG. The performance dropped. Let Ronaldo go on Saudi Arabia. His performance dropped. He went to King Cup final. They beat him. Ansu Fati then came. People compare them with Messi. They drop.
Stick there small. I think he scores a certain number of goals.
35.
They were excited. The Madrid fans, they were saying all kinds of things.
He scored 35 goals.
A couple of days after, they flushed them out.
They flushed
him
out. In the final, it was not just an ordinary
Madrid fans were quiet.
Yeah. So, you know, if Ronaldo would have won that King Cup, they were rated Ronaldo again over Messi because Messi gone to Inter Miami and had not won the league title yet. And Ronaldo gone to Saudi Arabia and won the league title. Oh, it could be all over yet. So that's how it is, you know, sometimes. But we are Barcelona. We are getting prepared. Flex just met with De Jong. He met with Pedri, Gavi. You know, those are people he want to build his team around. He want to see Pedri as his Musala. Something I was just reading on, as his Musala. So, Mabe is not of any threat or a worry.
Well, my man, that man a plastic bear.
Ronaldo, who was the world best, a senior player, Ronaldo, played in a match against Barcelona.
More than Ronaldo?
Not at all.
But, my man, if that man was a threat, PSG, that man would have taking PSG on his shoulders, just as Messi took Barcelona, just as Ronaldo took Real Madrid. Mm-hmm. When Ronaldo went to Madrid was declining. It was all Barcelona affairs. Mm-hmm. Barcelona dominating La Liga. When Ronaldo settled down, well, he put Madrid on his shoulder. And Madrid started to win trophies.
Those are kind of players you can.
Yeah, when that player leaving to go to a club, he say, yeah.
But I don't even see. You see,
man, nothing he did for PSG
at all.
He just got free money, praises.
Yeah. So you see, he leaving PSG. You know, people say, yeah, man, come here, man, come here.
Yeah, you gotta look at the person's record.
Yeah, the man.
What he did at PSG?
Nothing. He didn't win Champions League, the greatest league or the biggest league at the moment in Europe. He didn't win it. Then the man come in all day. Ronaldo level on Real Madrid, we beat them 5-5. It was December 23rd, 2021? Something like that. When Suarez scored, I think hat-trick against them. Ronaldo was on the pitch. Messi was not on the pitch. That kind of team you can be looking at. You say, Mabe not cancel, Mabe can do what thing. Look,
that clash going to happen.
Yeah.
That dressing room, they will face a serious clash. But you know, guys going to work for Mbappe. But JUAH, you didn't see the situation with Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale. I think Benzema. When Ronaldo was performing, Gareth Bale was not really scoring. And the fans started to criticize Gareth Bale because of the money Madrid paid for him. Gareth Bale looked into it and said, well, I can sit down. Ronaldo taking all of the glories, he's scoring. So Gareth Bale now started to do
play for himself.
Yeah.
That what can happen. You see?
And it brought a split in the dressing room.
And it's obvious, right? When the coach wants to prioritize a particular player, unless for very few coaches who will understand that you don't build a team just around a single person, right? Despite the person being the higher profile or ranking player on the team, like Pep Guardiola. Pep will tell you, say, Kevin De Bruyne will captain the team today match. Next match, De Bruyne will not captain. Phil Foden will captain. And you see, that's how, Pep believes in everyone philosopher. He don't believe in just a single player, unless for what they did with Ronaldo and stuff. But trust me, this season going to be a difficult season, as people will consider it being very easy for the Real Madrid. They consider.
But that man, that PC man, small beginning and stop the man. 16-year-old Kobasi. He stopped the man for 90 minutes. My man, I was too vexed, man. Even though, but small picking. Why you allow small picking? That picking just came on. I think his game reached 25. Kylian Mbappe been playing all through against BB defenders. That's small picking. He couldn't pass, man, 90 minutes. I gave her all the men. I said, no, man, the media can just praise people, raise your morale. You see what happening now? You see the money that Madrid paid for him. The man, I think if he's not the highest, I think he's the second. I was reading something like that.
No, it's free transfer. Transfer. The higher free transfer. They did not pay money for him. The deal negotiated between he and Real Madrid. The time at PSG ended. Yeah,
so he was a free agent.
Yeah.
Free player, rather.
Yeah, so he won. The deal was between he and that of Real Madrid. Whatever money they gave him, left right in the account, the team did not benefit unless where maybe he want to share with the team or whatever, but that could be a gesture. But officially, from the football status, he was not being bought from PSG.
Madrid, I know. What kind of football Kylian Mbappe can play that Jude Bellingham not playing for Madrid, that Rodrigo not playing for Madrid? In fact, had it not been for Rodrigo, Madrid wouldn't have won those Champions League over the years.
Yeah, especially the one that semi-final qualification against Manchester City.
Yeah, City. Where when he came from the bench
in the 80, I think 86, they scored in the 88 and the 91 minute.
Yes, he came from the bench.
Those are players, when they go on team, you can say, the person going to make his or the person will do something. That picking anytime, right? I'm not a Madrid fan, but anytime that picking come on the bench,
he's slippery.
He can be risky than even when he starts the game.
Yeah.
So those are kind of players. Look at the Napo crown. Y'all get frustrated with him, Marvin Piggy.
FCB will bounce back, hands play. Y'all would know. Y'all would feel it. Okay.
Man, first statement, say he feel free. Yeah, Marvin first statement as a Madrid player.
I'm scared, man. Oh my. They said, watching ESPN news, they were talking about him that he's gone into Gareth Bale Garibay house, the house Garibay was living in, that's the house he took. I think it's close to the stadium. So, yeah, they were saying something like that. You know, the ESPN guy, they inform of almost everything.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. Okay, man, so
just to inform you that Portugal versus Finland lineup. Yeah, Rolando absent. I hope you get that. Ronaldo is absent. Ronaldo is not starting today for Portugal. So you got Leo and Cancelo. They are in. So, folks, that's it. We had to go home, Sam. We got to go home. Well, we say thanks to all of you on the Bit and Pieces Voice of Liberia. My name is EDWIN Melvin JUAH. Sam Andrews and I have been here, and we'll be here as usual. And tomorrow, 3 to 6 o'clock, we'll be here. Remember, Representative Yaka Kaluba of District 10, Masurado County, will be the guest for Good Morning Liberia with Sekou Sheriff on tomorrow morning. Edwin Melvin, you have been here. We see you again tomorrow.
Before then, the repeat of this morning's presentation on at 7 o'clock. You don't want to miss it, and then you get your radio set, put enough money in your phone for tomorrow's presentation. Just imagine how the atmosphere will be tomorrow. Okay, man, that's it.
Don't trouble nothing too much, you know.